Monsoon is a topic of geography which is actually curiosity for a villager, and it is a matter of debate from village to parliament, from nursery school to universities and institutes and Indian Meteorology Department, from street corner to five-star hotel, and it affects the downtrodden, the weakest one of the society, to a millionaire of the country. But monsoon is not a complex thing. It is simple because it is nature. Nature is always simple. The monsoon should be studied under the heads: its origin, theories of monsoon, its mechanism, its factors, and its impact. And the factors affecting it are, some are the closest factor and some are the remote factors. Then now let us start. And just to finish it, personally I think that had sun been vertical over equator throughout year, then there should not have been the name of monsoon. Monsoon term is actually the result of shifting of the sun and signing of the sun between Cancer and Capricorn. Due to shifting of the sun, thermal belt shifts, pressure belt shifts. That's why the traits of south hemisphere, when cross the equator, according to Farrell's law, in north hemisphere, those turn their right hand side and direction becomes from southwest to northeast. Hence, it is summer season in north hemisphere. These are called southwest summer monsoon. The same is the position when sun will be vertical on Capricorn in south hemisphere. The northern traits will cross equator, turn in south hemisphere to reach the low pressure at Capricorn. Due to Farrell's law, the northern traits cross equator and turn their left hand side in south hemisphere. This is the main cause of monsoon. Now let us see how monsoon originates. When sun is vertical here on 21st March on equator, here is high temperature belt. Due to high temperature, air is heated, rises up, hence convectional currents rise. Due to rising of convectional current, here is established low pressure belt. To fulfill this low pressure belt, the traits from north hemisphere and the traits from south hemisphere reach here, and this term is called ITCZ, Intertropical Convergence Zone. At the same time, here doldrum is also established. This is the phenomena when sun is vertical here, but sun will not remain vertical here throughout year. Sun will slowly and slowly move northward after 21st March. In 1 month, sun travels 8 degree latitude. In the month of April, sun will be vertical over 8 degree north. Then in May, 16 degree north. Then in June, nearly 24 degree north. That is 23.5 degree north. As sun moves north, the isotherm also move north. And you are seeing here that isotherms are shifting northward. Isotherm shift, that's why this total belt shifts. Because when sun will be here, high temperature, convectional current, low pressure, and ITCZ will shift here, but not doldrum. But sun is shining on this latitude, 8 degree north latitude, in a straight way. But why this ITCZ is not straight? Now you find its answer, and I think you are understanding it. Because isotherms turn northward on land. Why? Because of differential heating of land and water body. And when isotherms turn, this is called anomaly, thermal anomaly, not thermal inversion. Now, if isotherms will tend northward, with the result, pressures will also, pressure bars, isobars, pressure belts will also turn northward. In the same way, when sun will be vertical in May on about 16 degrees north latitude, the scenario will be this. Means high temperature, convectional current, low pressure, and ITCZ will be here. But when sun will be here vertical on 21st June, the tendency of this pressure ball will be more sinuous, more zigzag, and you are seeing that this high temperature, convectional current, low pressure, and ITCZ belt shifts more towards the Thar desert of India and the hot region or Thar region of Pakistan. Why? Because of very high temperature here and very low pressure. Highest temperature reaches up to 48 degrees Celsius and lowest pressure up to 990 millibar or 992 millibar. You are seeing the tendency of the ITCZ, and this can be very simplified by an example. Suppose an owner goes for morning walk with his or her dog. Dog drags the owner ahead. You are seeing here. Here you take sun as owner and this ITCZ as dog. In the morning, the owner is behind. Sun is here, but dog is there. But dog goes more north here because of heating of Thar desert. It's just opposite. You will see that when the owner means sun will turn south, the dog will not follow him. The dog will not move ahead of the owner. Rather, dog will remain behind, drag behind. Why? This we will see when the sun will start moving south. But at present, let us discuss that the ITCZ is shifting north. Means low pressure belt is shifting north slowly along with the sun. What will result? The trades of south hemisphere used to reach on equator for low pressure belt. But when low pressure belt has shifted north, the trades of south hemisphere will try to reach this low pressure belt. For that, this trade of south hemisphere will have to cross equator. As it will cross equator, according to Farrell's law, Coriolis force, or say angular momentum, this trade of the south hemisphere will turn right hand side in north hemisphere, and this wind will reach India and in India it is summer, and it is coming from southwest. That's why it will be named as southwest summer monsoon. And its beginning starts in the month of March. Just after March it starts, and it is set. Monsoon is set here along equator in the month of March. But in the month of April, monsoon is set here in Kanyakumari. So what is setting of monsoon? The line or the point along which or at which the southwest wind reaches, it is called monsoon set, onset of monsoon. So gradually monsoon winds advance along with the shifting of the ITCZ. That's why in UPSC sometimes there is a question that monsoon is the result of shifting of ITCZ. Discuss. Now you can discuss this point. Now let us come to this figure. You are seeing here the dates of onset of monsoon. In May, this is onset of monsoon. 20th May, 25th May. But 1st June, the onset of monsoon is here. On 1st June, monsoon reaches and touches the eastern coast of India. And then after June, 1st June, then 5th June, 15th June, and in Allahabad it reaches on 18th June, then here July 1st, then 15th. There is question, these lines showing the onset of monsoon should have been drawn from east to west. Question is why these are drawn from southwest to northeast. Whether the credit for it goes to the southwest wind or to the heating of Thar desert and development of very high pressure over the Bay of Bengal. Second option is correct. Here it is high pressure and here it is very low pressure. That's why moisture-laden monsoon winds advance this way. And this way you will remember that although monsoon begins in the month of May, but it takes several days and it is 15th of July that entire India is covered with the monsoon. That's why the dates of monsoon are different. And then in next we will see how this monsoon travels and how it works. But here you should remember that the arrival date of monsoon is actually here 1st of June. But in May somewhere there is pre-monsoon shower. That's why let us discuss what is pre-monsoon and what is monsoon and what is the difference between the two. We are studying the southwest summer monsoon and the lines of onset of monsoon. And in the figure we had seen that the lines of the onset of monsoon are drawn nearly parallel to the east coast of India, and date-wise it advances northwestward. And southwest monsoon starts from the equator. As it crosses the equator in north hemisphere, it is called southwest summer monsoon in India. But as we know that before the arrival of a marriage party, there are some mediators who reach the bride's home and carry the message of arrival of the marriage party. In the same way, before the arrival of real monsoon, there is pre-monsoon which arrives in India along the southern part and northeastern part of India. What is pre-monsoon? In the month of April and May, there is some pre-monsoon showers on the south-west coast of India and eastern part of India, northeast India. This is called pre-monsoon. In Kerala, it is called coffee shower, but in Karnataka, it is called mango shower, because this pre-monsoon shower help mature this mango crop and coffee crop. In the same way, here in Bangladesh and West Bengal, it is locally named as Kal Baisakhi, and here in Assam or in Seven Sisters, especially in Assam, it is named Bordoi Sila. Thus, pre-monsoon showers are these, and it is noteworthy thing that this Bordoi Sila occurs in May, and pre-monsoon shower is sometimes so heavy that it causes flood in Assam. Flood in Assam in the month of May is in itself a question of UPSC, that why flood here. Students think sometimes that in the month of May, when sun is on about 16 degree north latitude, India is heated too much and the Himalayan ice or glaciers melt. That's why the flood occurs in Assam. But it is not a correct answer. Why? Because if melting will take place in Himalayan region in the month of May, melting will take place in Western Himalaya and Central Himalaya. It means the cause of flood in Assam in May is pre-monsoon shower called Bordoi Sila. Then let us see that monsoon onset on equator is 21st March. Then in April it is on 8 degree north latitude. And on 1st June, when sun is vertical in India and Indian land is heated much, monsoon burst phenomena occurs here along the southern tip of India, or say Kanyakumari. Especially here, the highest peak of South India, that is southernmost highest peak of South India, that is Mahendragiri. On Mahendragiri, it collides very fastly, but it is 1st June, because by 1st June the land is heated so much that the pre-monsoon is accelerated and gets the very speed, high rate of complete monsoon. That's why it is called here monsoon burst in Kanyakumari region. But here you should remember the difference between monsoon burst and cloud burst. Cloud burst is a different phenomena. Cloud burst occurs along the mountain slopes. The cloud burst phenomena, we will see that in Himachal Pradesh, Simla, cloud burst incident occurs. Why? Because Arabian branch reaches here from the west. Arabian branch reaches here from the west, and Bay of Bengal branch from the east. Both approach the mountain from two opposite sides and collide just over the mountain, and there is sound, lightning, and heavy downpour. That is called cloudburst. The same phenomenon occurs in monsoon burst also, but monsoon burst is the function of the southwest monsoon which collides with the south plateau mountain peaks. We will study that when the traits of south hemisphere cross equator, turn north and turn right hand side. This is the Mahendragiri peak that divides it in two parts. One part Arabian Sea branch, the other part Bay of Bengal branch. How this Arabian Sea branch travels, works, and what is its mechanism in the rainfall of India, and how Bay of Bengal branch moves, advances, works, and ultimately reaches here in North India, Rajasthan. It is the other story which will be discussed in the mechanism of southwest monsoon.